Today on Dead Dodge Garage, it's been one entire year of Dead Dodge Garage. That's right, it's been a whole year since I made my first episode, which was a 12-volt conversion on the Power Wagon. How's that going? Not done. It's a little smoky. It's also cold. The whole world is kind of frozen solid. So what's changed in the last year? Well, a lot. When I first started in here, I basically had this one end of the shop to work in, that one workbench, which smelled like rat poop, and a couple cars stored over here. I had no power in the shop, and I ran the whole place off of one extension cord. I had no water in the bathroom, so that hasn't changed. I had a random set of mismatched tools in a, well, slightly larger toolbox than this, which I eventually traded for a charger for some reason. And I had a humongous pile of crap over there, so, well, things have improved, but it's still not the greatest. If you go back and watch some of my earlier videos, you'll notice I was quieter. Which is funny because a lot of commenters seem to wish I still was. Not long after starting the channel, I pretty much dedicated myself wholeheartedly to collecting cool stuff. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that. For a lot of the first 6 months of making videos, I was putting them out daily, which seems crazy. I do think at some point I finally got something of an idea what people want to see and what they don't really care about. It's a learning process anyway. In the beginning, it was important to me to approach everything I made like it was, you know, a small documentary film, including lots of B-roll, so you could really get a sense of what things are like around here. I still do, sort of, but less. I learned pretty early on what other YouTubers say is correct. Videos that you think will do very well, sometimes don't. Case in point, the toolbox charger. And sometimes videos you don't think will do well at all do great. Case in point, every single video that ever says demon on it. The Power Wagon, despite being, you know, one of the most popular vintage trucks in existence, not so much. But I keep going on it anyway. I just love it. The biggest change came in July, when I finally closed my failing business, and not only was I able to bring all my tools and equipment here, I was also able to bring my focus. Well, okay, at least more of my focus. You know, this air compressor's been sitting here for almost 5 months. I guess I should install it at some point. Obviously, the biggest change of all was adding lifts. This is something I never had in my old shop, and I don't know how or why, because they're amazing, and pretty much have changed the way I approach everything. One thing that hasn't changed, my tendency to acquire way too many projects. You know, for video. Here's one now, the garbage can CUDA. I might have been working on this, but, well, I started on the 67 Fastback instead. Probably never gonna get to this one. Anyone wanna buy a dart? I've been working on a follow-up video on this thing for like 9 months now. God, all the little bits of gravel are frozen together. Yep, I've got about enough projects here to keep me busy until I die. And yet, people keep trying to get me to buy more. You know, really the biggest thing that's changed is people are watching now. Not only watching, but commenting. Most of it, you know, good, constructive, helpful, fun. Some of it, not so much. Maybe the most unexpected thing is, not only is there a core group of people that really cares and watches all my videos and comments, but they join in with my live chats every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That's crazy. We got a little community. Neat. Oh, look, a list of things I need to do. Oh, also Raptor Jesus. Did I mention it's cold? I said when I started the channel I'd either do it for a long time or, well, until I got bored. And I haven't gotten bored yet, which is interesting. I'm not going to diagnose myself as having ADD or ADHD because everyone else does. I think it's just part of what life is like in this universe we're stuck in. But I do get bored with things, and I have trouble focusing and sticking with stuff. What do you mean? That's ridiculous. So I find myself wondering, you know, how long will I be doing this? How long are people going to keep watching? Will I achieve moderate success? Will I ever put this Magnum engine in anything? I don't know the answer to any of those questions, really. I will say, if YouTube wants to pay the bills, I'm happy to keep doing it. Thanks to a strangely successful video that came out in November, you know, about a 68 Charger that sold at Mecum for way too much money, I actually had a really good month. Not only did I achieve my goal to make the demon payment with YouTube, I actually made a little extra. It's certainly not my intention on this channel to bombard you with advertisements, but, well, it's eaten a lot of my life. And the thing is, I've invested at least $100,000 in cars during the time I've been doing YouTube. So I sort of needed to pay for stuff. So if you want to keep watching, I'll keep making. I've really learned a lot in my time on YouTube about cars, about myself, about what I can do, and about what I shouldn't try to do. Like build a Ram truck or a diesel-powered van. Maybe just don't take on big, humongous, insane projects. This one's only a little insane. It could be worse anyway. I'm just about to hit 5,000 subscribers. Depending on your perspective, that's either a lot in a year or not very many. It could be worse though, you know, it could be 2. Anyway, to all my longtime viewers, I really appreciate your support. And I thank you for sticking with me. Oh yeah, on the most recent live, people were bugging me about merchandise, you know, hats and sweaters and such. So I'm gonna try to make that happen sometime soon. Anyway, in the coming year, look forward to more vintage Mopars, more ridiculous projects, and more jokes. I'm gonna keep heading in whatever crazy direction I'm going now, but I'm gonna make sure to remember where I've been. And that's all I have to say about that. As ever, thank you very much for watching. And remember, what's right is whatever's left after you've done everything wrong.